Hi there, my name's Andy Hillier and today's guitar lesson is going to be on Daylight by Harry Styles. Beautiful little song. I'm going to teach you the whole song as well. Just before I do though, if you wouldn't mind subscribing to my channel, give me a like on the video, it really does help, and leave me some comments in the comment section including what songs I should do next. And if you love what I'm doing, you want to support me, support the channel, and you want to print the tabs off for this, I'll put it on my Patreon page. I'll leave a link to that in the description. So I'm going to teach you it with a bit of finger picking and a few bits of strumming as we get further on. Guitar's in standard tuning and the intro sounds like this. So to play that, A3 with your third finger, and then you're going to play the open B and G strings. And it goes. And then you're going to play the B and the G another 2 times, so 3 times in total, so it goes. And then an E3 at the end as a little skip going into the next bar, so you got. And make all the notes quite staccato. Into bar 2, and we're going to play. So E1. And then with your first finger, then put your second finger on B1 and third finger on G2. So you play the E1, and then the G and the B strings 3 times, making it nice and staccato again, and then another E1 at the end, so it goes. So the first 2 bars slowly, you've got. Into bar 3 and you play the open E string, then B3 and G4, and you hit it 3 times. Then another open E at the end, so bar 3. Then E1, you're in bar 4 now, E1, and then B1 and open E strings nearest to the floor. So you just hit it 3 times. Nice little sort of extra skip at the end. So it's kind of like a 12-8 feel. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. But I've just written it in 4. Okay, so the whole line slowly. You've got. Up speed. And that takes us to the verse. Now the verse starts, the first 2 chords, first 2 bars are the same as what we had in the intro. So you go. And then bars 7 and 8 and 9 and 10 are exactly the same as those. So the first 6 bars of that line you go. And then bar 11 is like the last bar of the intro, so you play the open E with B3 and G4. Extra little E on the end of that, and then bar 12 E1 with B1 and open E strings. So the whole of the verse goes like this. That then goes on to the next line, which is like a little interlude. Well, the first 2 bars are like an interlude, and then the next parts, I've just written Bluebird because he's singing something about Bluebird. So it's kind of like almost a bit of a bridge. So the first 2 bars are the same. You've got the A3 with the open B and G strings, then down to the E1 and the B and the G2 in bar 14. So the little interlude is just. And this next bit, this Bluebird bit, is kind of like a bridge, I suppose. Starts the same. It's just got 2 bars of the A3 with the B and the G, and then the E1 with the B1 and G2. Hopefully that makes sense, which is actually C major 7 and F major 7. So from bar 15 you go. So that's the next line, and then we get on to the chorus. Similar idea. It starts off with the E. Actually, it starts off with a rest. There's nothing on beat 1. You go rest. And then you can play the open E string with the B3 and the G4 at the same time. So it goes rest. Then down to F major 7. So the E1 with the B1 and G2. No extra little skips in these. Then bar 21, A3 with B and G. Then back to E1 with B1 and G2. Then bar 23, you got A3 again with the open B and open G. Bar 24 is back to the F major 7, so E1 with B1 and G2. Then bar 25, you've got the open E with B3 and D4. Then bar 26, you just play E1 and then B1 and E1 at the same time, and then rest for 2 beats. So the whole of that line goes a 1, 2, 3, 4, rest. Okay, so that then goes on to like this sort of heavy section. So I've put some chords here, and we just go. So C major 7, which is just your 3rd finger A3, 2nd finger on D2, open G, B and open E strings. You just hit 4 of those downstrokes. And then F major 7, which is your 1st finger on B1, 2nd finger on G2 and 3rd finger on D3. Playing the open E string as well. So 4 of those. Then it goes back to C major 7 and then back to F major 7. And then the last 2 bars are like a little interlude before it goes into the next verse, which is the same as what we've played before. So the whole of that line goes a 1, 2, 3, 4. That goes on to the next verse. Now the verse is exactly the same as the first verse, so you got. And then the next line is slightly different because it doesn't have a little interlude. It goes straight onto that bluebird, kind of the bridge part, and you play the same as what we did before. And then there's a bar of, which is just D3, and you're just going to play it triplets, going da, 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 da. So quaver triplets. That then takes us on to like this sort of last section, which is kind of like the chorus, like heavy part. So you've got C major 7, goes to F major 7, hitting each one of these 4 times, then C major 7 to F major 7, C major 7 to F major 7, and then bar 52, you've got an E minor 7, which is 1st finger A2, 2nd finger underneath it on D2, then I'm using my little finger on B3. You could use your 3rd finger on B3, whichever you prefer. And then back to F major 7. and just 4 hits on each of those. So let's play that line. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the next line is exactly the same, apart from there's a rest on beat 1. You don't play anything on beat 1 of the first bar of the line. So it literally goes rest. And then the last line is back to like we did at the beginning, just going. And that's the whole song. Well, I do hope you've enjoyed that little guitar lesson. If you have, if you wouldn't mind subscribing to my channel, it really does help me out. Give me a like on the video. And I'd love to hear from you, so please leave me some comments in the comment section, including what songs I should do next, where in the world you're from, what you thought of the video, and if you love what I'm doing and you want to support me, support the channel, and you want to print the tabs off of this, then I'll put them on my Patreon page. I'll leave a link to that in the description. Well, thanks for watching this. I've been Andy Hillier, and I'll see you next time.